Look on the screen. Look on the screen. I'm afraid this is just the beginning of what's about to happen. Dusty's coming all flavors. And this young Dusty here, Ray, I think Ramirez has really decided to mess up end his life today. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all tell me, fair use. Here's the landlord on the porch. I'll just start it over. The landlord's on the porch, and he's here about the rent. Listen to the dollar amount. Unbelievable. Here we go.
Down the stairs by a tenant when he went to collect the rent. That tenant is now under arrest tonight. Eyewitness News reporter Lucy Yang at 115th Precinct Station House in Jackson Heights.
The video is so shocking. We will not show the moment his head smashes onto the concrete.
We didn't expect this to ever happen. It's like a dream, a nightmare.
71-year-old Edgar Moncayo was simply trying to collect rent from one of his tenants Sunday afternoon. We're told the renter had missed at least a month's payment, had given the landlord problems, and was threatening to leave without paying. The house is on 102nd Street in Corona, Queens. The grandson says his grandfather had even reduced the rent from $400 to $200 a month to help the tenant. This was his thanks, a shove from the top of the stairs so hard doctors could not save the 71-year-old grandfather.
The guy pushed my dad so furiously that my dad flew from the front door to the concrete of the sidewalk.
Edgar Moncayo and his wife lived downstairs and rented the upstairs, a gentle couple from Ecuador. They had 3 daughters and even more grandchildren. In this surveillance video, we're told Moncayo is on the phone telling his wife to call police. The renter, 22-year-old Alex Garces, is now under arrest and charged with manslaughter.
And I was very surprised because I saw him yesterday around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. He was alive after I came back from church. The whole block was closed.
He's a great grandfather, actually. A hardworking man. Had 3 daughters, several grandkids.
Now, Edgar Moncayo's daughter tells me they are now in the process of donating his organs, as were his wishes, still giving even after death. His young tenant, meanwhile, is still inside the 115th precinct behind me, waiting to be taken to central booking. Show the moment his head smashes onto the...
So, you see why you can't help people? Trust me, I used to be one of those bleeding hearts, like, oh my God, we got to help them. Oh yeah, you'll learn. Look at this here. The man even took the rent down from $400 to $200, trying to help him out, and look what he got. Young people don't think. Dusties don't think. So you push that man down those steps. Now the man is dead, and you just pushed your way into a jail cell. Oh, you got free rent now. You got free rent now. This one right here with the big head. Look at him. Not missing no meals, are you? The man trying to help you out. You're gonna get used to a whole new way of living right now. In his 20s. Dusties don't think. Putting your hands on somebody. Dusties do not think one decision can change your life. And here's the deal. I'm afraid that this is just the beginning. I really am afraid of that, because don't forget, they're going to stop the unemployment. I think the enhanced unemployment, that's been over, but they're saying that the unemployment in a lot of states, it ends in September. I'm not sure if it's like the beginning of September, being tomorrow September, but it's going to stop. So the unemployment stopped. Then we got 3.5 million people who are going to be evicted. Evictions are already filed. Evictions are already taking place. You're going to have more of this. And stupid people don't think. So what's going to happen? They're gonna react. The man, $200, really? They're going to react violently. And a lot of them going to find themselves not having to worry about rent. You're going to be at the Inner City Boys Club. Oh yeah, you have a whole lot of friends down there too. The man tried to work with them. That's why some people, when they see renters like that, they don't deal with them. They just go ahead and file evictions. Guess what? I understand. Trying to help people, it goes wrong. In Blackistan, out of Blackistan, it goes wrong. This is the society that we live in right now. So y'all, so just check it out. Now look, he got 3 hots and a cot. What's for dinner? A bologna sandwich. So he's ruined his life and the lives of the landlord. Push that elderly man like that down the stairs. Oh my goodness. Man trying to work with you. So a lot of young people got a hot head. Oh, really? You look at a whole lot of negativity and you think you're all that you can handle. And trust me, it's a mini tough guy that was on the street causing terror within the community. Trust me, when he in that jail cell, I'm not so tough. I've heard about that. Are you washing underwear today by hand, my friend? Oh, but in society, when you were free, you're tough. Now you've gone through a whole change here. So this violent Dusty to push that old man like that, and this is his property, you idiot. So this here, folks, I'm afraid it's just the beginning. Now I see why some people, they just file for eviction. They don't try to go and work nothing out with them. Just file and just get them out. I understand. So anyway, not a fun video, but yeah, I mean, a lot of these videos aren't fun, but this is what's happening. If you are a landlord, please, people, be very careful. If you're a landlord, be careful. They start getting out of pocket. I don't want this to happen to anyone else. It shouldn't happen in the first place. They start getting out of pocket. You know what? Back up, retreat. They have nothing to lose. You do. Okay, if you're a landlord, just file the papers. I'm going to leave it I paying. Let them go ahead and leave. Just get them the HE double hockey out. And I hate to say it with regard to the fling. I was telling a friend of mine in Louisiana. I said, listen, some of these landlords are owed this money. And I said, with the flooding that goes on, this right here is going to pretty much, it might be a godsend to some of them, because what will happen with those people leaving, all they have to do, if they're still there, is just pretty much just change the locks and board everything up. And they what are those folk going to do? So this flood, a lot of people may have been thinking, okay, I got some more time. I thought about that with what's going on there. If the property is not destroyed, 2 things. They can just lock it up and, the person won't come back if they're still there. And the second thing is, with some of their property being destroyed, if they're behind on rent, there won't be much to come back to. If you're like renting some of those houses, nothing much to come back to. So the landlord will pretty much just call the insurance company and file a claim. And the sad thing is, so many landlords have lost money during the pandemic. But guess what? Some of them, I guarantee you, they won't have the deductible for the property, because they may have, I'm sure they have their insurance policy for their home and on their property. So now you have 2 deductibles. So things are getting bad all around. But if you are a landlord, a tenant starts to get out of pocket, don't try to reason with them, please. It's not worth it. Just go ahead and evict. And sidebar, some of the ones that were going to work every day and holding their rent. Surprise, surprise. Guess what? Some of them have been going to work every day, haven't missed a check yet, but held on to that rent. Well, some of them are going to the eviction, are still being evicted. And at the last minute, they think they're so smart. One guy in particular that I know of, I'm like, the money you make, how many single people are making $75 a year? And that's 75 a year. I'm not going to put his exact number out, but it's around there. It's a little bit more. But that's 75 a year. You take care of you and your dog. So $75,000 a year, you're taking care of you and your dog, and you got evicted. Had missed a day at work. So he called himself was going to be slick. Oh, he gonna pull a quick move, and he didn't pay the rent. He got evicted. So some people like that, they're then when they go to the eviction court, they're like, okay, I want to pay. I don't want to get evicted. Guess what's happening? The landlords ain't trying. They're not trying to hear it, and they're like, no, I don't want the money. I just want you out, which makes sense because the person may pay up, get back in, run the same game again. I just heard today that there's like maybe another variant besides Delta. There's another one. I'm like, oh my gosh, can we catch a break? But yeah, so one guy tried that stunt. He was saving his money all this time, and he wants to pay up. The landlord said no. He still got evicted. Well, I guess he thought with his income that he was going to get another place. Guess what? No one is going to lease to him. He played himself. He's got the money, and now he's staying in hotels. And it's like the one that has a kitchenette. He's staying in hotels. And he's like, hey, guess what? That price is increasing. It's getting real expensive. For me to stay in a hotel is costing more to stay in a hotel than it was in my apartment, and I don't have my things, so I miss having my own place. He played himself. I want a quick move. So a lot of people are going to learn the hard way. I got the little message on my phone. Any kind of property that I can kind of lose. I looked at it and went on. So a lot of people are going to find the hard way. You call yourself going to get a come up. I'm not going to pay. A lot of people are doing that. I am not going to pay. I'm going to hold my money. All right, go ahead and do that. The landlord, some of them, they're like, no, I just want them gone because they already know you set a pattern of mistrust. They're not trying to deal with you. They're really not. Just want you gone. So now you're looking at, you want to go lease elsewhere, and you can prove the fact you have the money, you can afford it. That eviction is there, they still don't want you. So landlords, y'all collecting rent, what have you, if you see you have a fool, let the law handle it. Please. Anyway, thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. And I am out. Stay safe, people.